I'll only take a few minutes of everybody's time. It's been a long afternoon and there's been a lot of interesting material. I'm Rob Sewell. I'm the coordinator of academic programs at ICFO that you've heard a little bit about from a couple of speakers. Just to say a little word about ICFO, it's down in Castelldefels, just outside of Barcelona, and ICFO is the Institute of Photonic Sciences, which is why we're part of this master. And as you've seen, I think very nicely presented by Karina, by Jordi, and by the former students, photonic sciences is a very broad field. Essentially because we get so much of our information from light, photonic sciences somehow touch on all areas of science and technology where light is a key concept or an enabling tool. Which means that there are many, many different opportunities, not only for a student who's interested in studying photonics and photonic sciences, who's interested in the research project during their masters, but is also, it means that photonics as a field touches on a very wide range of industries and applications, which Karina mentioned a little bit in her talk earlier on. So a place like ICFO, we're a research center doing frontier science. We're also a center for education and training at the graduate level, so master's research projects and PhD projects. If anyone's interested in that at some later stage in your training, you're more than welcome to approach me to ask about the types of things that we do at ICFO specifically. But we also do a lot of knowledge, technology, and transfer. And by this, you've already seen a fantastic example with Carlos of the type of work that can come out of a research center, developing a spin-off company and new ideas that go towards applications. But we've also got a very strong team who are interested in outreach and in broadening the scope of photonics, in teaching people in the wider world about photonics, about photonic sciences, and about the possible applications and the power of the science and technology behind photonics. And that's where this CARLA hub, this CARLA career camps concept comes in. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes just to tell you about this. And my main aim here is to get you a little bit excited about the possibilities for careers in photonics and hopefully encourage you to come along to one of these photonics careers hubs, because there will be 2 of them happening in Barcelona over the next year and a bit. This CARLA project is a new European Union funded project running over the next 2 years, this year and next year, led out of ICFO, but involving a very broad network, and I'll show you in a little bit the network of institutions that are involved across Europe, of institutions, universities, companies who are involved in the photonic sciences. And the idea behind this hub is to develop a pilot program of career boot camps that introduce students and early stage researchers. So this goes from advanced undergraduate students, master's students, PhD students, and postdoctoral researchers who are interested in the potentials of a career in photonic sciences, or a career coming out of having done a program like the Master in Photonics, the types of different opportunities that offers to you. It's a very broad spectrum consortium of people involved in developing these career hubs. It's not just people who are involved in academic research. It integrates people coming from industry as well as from academia, people coming from innovation and entrepreneurship, people like Carlos Abellan, who you've just seen, who are developing their own spin-offs, or people like our colleagues at SECPHO who are interested in helping people develop new technologies, new ideas, new products and the like. And with a very strong emphasis on empowering diversity, one of the things we would very much like to do is to attract a much broader range of people into photonics and the photonic sciences. And this means, for example, encouraging more young women to put their talents towards a career in the photonic sciences, but it also means attracting people from a much broader range of backgrounds and interests, whether this is different studies that they've done, different professional backgrounds that they have, cultural backgrounds that they may have, because of the wide range of applications and the wide range of different challenges which are involved in photonic sciences, or which photonic sciences is involved as a key technology for finding solutions. It's vital that we attract and welcome and include people with a much wider range of backgrounds into the photonic sciences. So the idea here is that we're developing in this project a model for an inclusive pan-European career camp, which can run as a pilot over the next couple of years, as a pilot program in many different locations, and then hopefully have a life of its own after this pilot phase, where institutions all around Europe might be able to run these career hubs and attract new people into the photonic sciences, and give people who are already in the photonic sciences, studying or doing research in the photonic sciences, a way to have connections to industry, connections to people who've continued their careers within photonics or outside photonics, to understand what sort of possibilities there are. And within this project, there's a supporting online structure being created to build a community around these career hubs and around careers in photonics more generally, and to connect students with professionals from industry and academia. The motivation behind all of this, I think that Karina presented very well right at the start of this webinar. The importance of the photonics industry to Europe drives the need for attracting more people into photonics and providing more people who are studying photonics with the skills, the networks, the contacts to develop their careers. So the CARLA camps themselves, we're going to run 11 of these pilot camps over 10 different countries over the next 18 months. The first one will be here in Barcelona. We're aiming to do this in November. And the last one will also be in Barcelona. So I very much hope that if you're interested in attending one of these, you'll have an opportunity to attend one or both of those this year and next year. And certainly all of the students in the upcoming cohort of Masters in Photonics students will be warmly invited to attend and participate in these hubs. And as you see, it's a broad network of organizations, from research centers like ICFO, universities, organizations like SECPHO, Swiss Photonics, and the like, who have been working together over many years through the coordinated network of European Centers for Outreach in Photonics and organizations like Photonics 21 to develop outreach in photonics, to spread the word about photonics to the broader community, and are now really developing these career-based hubs for helping people to develop their careers in the future. The two pilot camps that will run in Barcelona, we're planning one towards the end of November this coming year, and then roughly the same dates, 18 November in 2021. And people who attend these ideally will gain an understanding of the technical and market landscape of photonics across Europe, an overview of the professional opportunities that are available in the field, and access to training sessions that are relevant, updated regularly, and have a broad scope that help them to develop their own personal skills and thinking about their careers, as well as developing broadly within this project a roadmap to better employability for people working within the photonic sciences. It'll give people the opportunity to network, not only with other students, which is a very important part of the idea of making these CARLA camps, but also with people from industry, people from academia, entrepreneurs, researchers, a whole wide range of people at different career levels, to be able to develop their own professional networks within the photonic sciences. And of course, we're hoping that there'll be potential job opportunities and training opportunities, as well as these connections that come out of these career camps. So I very much encourage you as an audience of this particular talk, and also as future students of the Masters in Photonics, to come and join the CARLA community. If you're curious about the project, there's a website. I've got the details up here online. You can also follow us on social media on various different channels. And I very much encourage you to go and have a look at all of that information, and if you're interested in the project, to reach out to us and inquire further. And with that, I thank you very much for your attention.